So I had a question come in, and the question was, what's the maximum amount of days you should, you know, buy a fix it up or a property, fix it up, and then hold it or sit on it, and then if it doesn't sell, make it into a rental property, right? So to review, the scenario is, let's say you bought a fix and flip property, and for whatever reason it's not selling. What's the maximum of days you sit on it, so that way you decide, you know what, I'm going to convert it to a rental property, refinance the hard money lender or whatever I have under it, and then make it into a buy and hold property, okay? And so the maximum amount of days is really this. You're not supposed to do that, period. Okay? If you're buying a fix and flip property, you have to know for a fact you are able to sell it as a fix and flip property. And the only reasons why you wouldn't be able to do that is you didn't understand your market. You either bought it for too much, you didn't understand your market, or you didn't look at the market velocity. How long it takes for a property to sell in the marketplace, particularly your type of property, exactly like your type of property within that town. And so one of the things that we do is, before we ever fix and flip a property or buy a fix and flip a property, we know how many houses are like ours are on the market. What's the average span of days they stay on the market, what their exact price points are, or a range of price points they are, what their finish is like, all of this, right? And so we know all of this before we ever even consider a fix and flip property. And so once we do buy it and renovate it, we already know how fast it's going to move. There's no probability that we're going to end up not being able to sell it and convert it to a rental. And honestly speaking, if it stretches above our window of time of when we expect it to sell, meaning, like, let's say, similar income properties in a given area are selling that's within or going under contract within a month period, but our property is already a month and a half and it still hasn't gone under contract, I would be lowering prices, okay? Because I'd rather have free capital, meaning money that's my working money that's not tied up, and make less profit than money tied up and make no profit potentially. And so so the answer to the question is, how many days do you sit on a fix and flip until you decide that, hey, it's not going to work as a fix and flip, and you end up refinancing out the lender or private money or whatever and making it into a whole property? The answer is no. You're not supposed to. It's not how many days. It's not supposed to be that way. And if you even consider doing business that way, you're setting yourself up for a big problem, for a big mess, because that's not how fix and flip business works. Fix and flips work in fix and flip areas, and rentals work in rental areas. And if you don't know if your area is a rental area or a fix and flip area, you need to figure that out before you get in. All right, you need to figure that out before you get in. You need to know all this data on the marketplace before you get in, so that way it's for a fact gonna fix and flip or it's gonna act as a fix and flip, or it's gonna act as a rental. And it's kind of like you already know exactly what's going on, what's gonna go down before you enter, and that's the only way you do it. Okay, no ifs, no buts. That's the only way you do business. Other than that, guys, send me some more questions. Send me some more questions to answer at info@tristatemixer.com. That's info@tri-state, STATE, mixer, mixer.com.